Just easy, easy, easy. Is that your career high, Javion? 31? Really proud of our team. Are we missing the Times Union? I know it doesn't matter. Um, Proud of our team, to not give it away like that. And it wasn't just 49-40. Like, they came out on fire. And, it's interesting coaching 18 to 22-year-olds, but the more information that's out there, we expect them to have more knowledge, but that's not always the case because I told them how hard Justin Robinson was going to come out and play. Justin, who I really liked and talked to after the game, I said, I'd love to see you in the finals here. We'll pack the place again. And he's a great player from Kingston. I wish I had gotten the job early and recruited him because he's really a good player, but he's worked on his game. But Justin Robinson had 36 points, and he had the first 10 points of the game. And all I did was we usually talk about two players. I only talked about one player for 4 days, for the last, 48 hours. So it's on me as a coach. That backcourt severely outplayed our backcourt. And in the MAC, you can only get away with that so long. So come on in, Mark. That being said, I couldn't be more prouder for the way we competed. We just couldn't get a stop here or there. I just thought our energy was a little bit off. But I was telling him, Single Ace, because you've been around me, that we didn't even put two guys on the board. We just talked about Robinson and everybody concerted effort and make every shot tough. And the first 4 minutes, I see the guy guarding him jogging down court. So that's my fault. I take full responsibility as a coach. I wasn't clear enough to get our guards to understand how good he was and how passionate he was going to play this game, how much he wanted to beat us in this arena because this is where it's all going to end. And I hope it's us beating them in the finals. But we've got a lot of work to do. I couldn't be more proud. Javion came back from a couple of tough outings, due mostly to some foul calls that could have gone either way, and I don't mean today. I mean, over the weekend, I thought Javion got called for some ticky-tacks, in other words, and it throws off our rhythm because he's such a defensive force back there. And he comes back. Big players play big in big games, and Javion had 31 points. And I'm not criticizing the refs. Please don't read into that because I don't want to get in trouble. The refs were fine. They were fine tonight. The refs have been good all year. But our big guy was a little out of sync, I thought, the last couple games, and we made a concerted effort to get Javion the ball. And look at his numbers, 10 for 13, 9 for 11. Brett comes back. Levon did some good things, but they have a really good backcourt. They have a MAC backcourt. I've been in this league, I think, God, forever. A long and winding road. And you got to have the teams that were great at Siena have had backcourts. And I'm not talking this. I'm talking Prosper. I'm talking all of them. I'm talking Brown. I'm talking all of them. And their backcourt beat our backcourt, and that's my fault. I'm not blaming anybody, but their backcourt outplayed our backcourt tonight very badly. So we'll go back into the drawing board and see what we can do on Friday night. That being said, couldn't be prouder. Thank you for the fans. It was a great event. We made some really gutsy plays. We just couldn't quite get a stop. They seemed to get a bucket when we couldn't get a bucket. So those are one of those things where, like, we had to get a stop and a bucket. Instead, we missed a layup, and they got a bucket. Well, I'm trying. I'll do my best. I think we're really, really working hard here. But we'll make some adjustments. Monmouth got us. And all we can do is, as Martin Luther King taught us, is keep climbing and what we do next. It's what you do next. And what you do next is you get better. And it's how you react the next day. And can you put your boots back on and climb to the mountain? I've been to the mountain. Well, we're trying to get to the mountain right now at Siena. We don't want any excuses. Doesn't matter whether you had Marquise Sullivan or not. Marquise, right? Listen to me, Marquise Sullivan. He texted me the other day. He was a great player at Loyola. No, he really did. It's funny because you get so much attention at Siena that I have, like, former players texting me and saying how great you guys are doing and this and that. And I appreciate everything that's here. There's nothing wrong. It's 93-87. We gave up a few too many points. And Marquise will be back, but not anytime soon. But Javion Ogunyemi deserves a big, 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 big round of kudos for what he's doing for our team. I know Brett just got player of the week, but our two bigs are really doing it. We got to get our guards to match their intensity and get a little better, and we will. I'll take any questions.
You talked, Jimmy, in your opening statement about possibly seeing them again in the MAC tournament. Based on what you saw tonight, do you feel you can beat them if you see them again?
Sure, absolutely. Can't wait to beat them. It's going to be fun. Third time's a charm. Remember, can't beat a team 3 times. I'll be like you writers. Well, what do you think there? Can you beat a team 3 times? I don't know. I've beaten a team the third time before. No, of course we can beat them. I mean, we played well down there. We just didn't play well the first 4 minutes of the game, the first 4 minutes of the half. We played pretty well tonight, but we just can't let Justin Robinson have the first 12 points of the game. I'm doing a poor job of communicating with my team. My car is in the shop right now because the computer won't communicate to the airlift system. So maybe that was a sign of things to come when the guy called me, because I'm not communicating enough with my guards to get them to understand how good he is and that you have to have the foot on the throttle for 40 minutes defensively. So maybe when the guy called me today and said, your computer's not communicating with your airlift system, I should have taken that as a sign. My horoscope said we were going to do well today. Wrong. But I am not getting the message through to my guards how good Justin Robinson, Micah Seaborn, and how good Hornbeak is. But we didn't quit, and we came back, and Kinnan played a little bit, and Nick made 2 free throws at the end, which helped, and we're close, you know. We're close. We're really close, because that's the best team, and we want to beat the best team. But we're really doing a lot of good things. I mean, we scored 87 points. We didn't give up. We didn't, you know, we did everything we could. We just couldn't get enough stops. Emo went in. Emo hasn't played in a month, and he goes in and makes a great block, you know. Like, now with the 6 seconds left, I wish he blocked it again. But we're a work in progress. You know, they're doing. There's a reason they beat UCLA, USC, Notre Dame, and Georgetown. And I say that because everyone's like, do they deserve an at-large bid? Absolutely. Our league, by the way, do you really want to see another SEC team in the NCAA? Let's pick the 8th SEC team because they give the football money. Probably going to get a letter from Mark Emmert, who I like as a president of the NCAA. You look at what Monmouth's done, and they deserve an at-large bid. And so we're going against a team that I think deserves an at-large bid. We didn't quit. I mean, they didn't have one win. They didn't get 2 lucky wins in a neutral site. They went to Poly Pavilion, won. They went to Georgetown and won. They won to Notre Dame, and they won USC on the neutral courts. And we were with them. They probably played like 40 good minutes, and we played 36 good minutes. That's a lot to be proud of. We just got to do a little better. Go ahead.
Javion, talk about the pace and what it's like to be in a game like that, trying to run with them, and how you guys were able to do it tonight.
You know, Justin does a great job of pushing the ball, and he kind of just makes everybody on the court play at that pace. You know, he's so fast, he's so quick that once there's a loose ball, somehow it happens to be in his hands, and he just gets the ball and he likes to run. But, you know, we like to run too. And, you know, we try to get up and down with them, and, you know, at the end they made more shots than that.
Yep, you're right. They made 10 threes. We made 6, you know.
Javion, Coach talked about how you struggled maybe the last couple of games. Do you feel like, I know it's a career high, so it's huge tonight, but is this a little bit of a springboard for you now to get out of that funk?
Yeah, now you have to get 40. See what the media, they want you to get 40. It's like 31.
You know, me personally,
How about 21? I'll be happy with that.
I would have rather to continue to struggle if we would have won this game. But, you know, luckily I happened to pick it up this last game. But, you know, we just got to get ready and play our next game on Friday.
Maybe one more question.
What do you think it's going to take to beat these guys if you happen to see them again in March, Javion?
You know, I think just as a group, we got to realize that we have to contain their best player. You know, anytime you let a team's best player go for 23 in the first half, you know, it's going to be tough to overcome and win that game. So as a group, we just got to realize that's unacceptable and correct it next time we play them.
Yeah, because it's not one guy's job. I mean, we have to step up and get him. I mean, you know, Evan Fisher's a great kid. But in the first half, he came off a screen, and Evan didn't have his hand up, and he said, I didn't think he was going to shoot it. And I was like, hey, I didn't think Larry Bird was going to shoot it. Really? I mean, so anyways, you got to laugh, or otherwise you'll cry, but we'll get better. But that was really said to me. And that's when I said, this is when I have my millennial thing. Yes, Derek, do you want a question?
Do you think Kermit the Frog would be a good basketball player for the Saints?
I think because he's green, he'd give us some good luck. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, guys.
I didn't think he'd shoot it.